Psalm 31 verses 16 through 18 says, "Make your face shine upon your servant and save in your loving kindness. And let me not be put to shame, O Lord, for I call upon you. Let the wicked be put to shame, and let them be silent as Sheol. Let the lying lips be mute, which speak arrogantly against the righteous with pride and contempt." Well, if you're joining us in reading through this 6-month reading plan through the book of Psalms, today's reading is Psalm 31, and I encourage you to read that psalm. Well, as you know, I don't like to get into politics with these short devotions. The people who read them are very varied politically, and as any group of people can be. On occasion, I receive messages from those who are living in foreign countries and have heard these devotions. So it's difficult for them to understand our policies here in the U.S. But today, I have to venture into at least a fight of good versus against evil, pure versus innocent. In verses 16 through 18, David asks God to judge those who are liars and speak with pride and contempt. He actually asks God that they might die and go to Sheol, where they'll never be heard from again. The world seems to have lost their understanding of honesty and integrity, if it ever had it. We recently experienced the destruction of a commercial airliner by at least one rocket fired from a country where the plane had just taken off from. Initially, this government of the country denied that they had anything to do with it. Then they said the black boxes had been damaged, and when they tried to access them, they couldn't. Well, that lie fell apart when it was discovered that they didn't have the technology to go into the black box. They finally admitted that it was a rocket that was fired from their country. But then they said it was a mistake. And even later, they arrested several people who were involved in the actual firing of the missile. Well, if it was a mistake, why were they arrested? There's a young man in California who's facing serious charges for secretly recording a discussion with Planned Parenthood employees about abortions. He's being tried for recording without permission. And we have a government embroiled in the desire to shame the other side. And while you may disagree with me, in reality, both sides are being unrighteous. But those who are righteous are hidden by God in a secret place. Those who are righteous are protected by God. Those who are righteous are sheltered by God. So let's just be blunt. Are you joining those who rely on deceit and cunning to live your life? Or are you joining the righteous and by your life proclaiming the righteousness and the justice of God? And if you would like a PDF copy of this entire reading plan, please send an email to phineasjacobus@runningtohim.net.